Yo, what's going on, guys? Today we are climbing the Supreme Magnificent Battle event. Today we're going to be doing the 6th stage here with a free-to-play team, which is Gogeta. Gogeta consists of 5 phases, which is the most stages out of all of them, which I think is one of the biggest weakness when it comes to free-to-play battles, is the length of the battle. So it starts off as God Goku and Vegeta, into the Blue Boys, into Gogeta, into Tech Gogeta, and then into Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Gogeta STR. This is the AoE Gogeta, which has a 675,000 damage AoE with a 2.7 million damage super that is massively raised attack, and not to make it any worse, he can also seal super attacks. Cool thing though, if you can lower attack, it helps out just a little bit, especially with the AoE damage. So let me show you guys the free-to-play team that I used in order to beat this. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. So here's what I used. I used the Majin Buu Saga team with AGL Dokkan Goku as the friend leader, Dabura Barbary as the leader. Since the main boss is STR, these AGL units come in real handy. Super Easy A Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Super Easy A Gotenks, Super Easy A Kid Buu. Then we have, of course, Mr. Buu in there, Great Tank, and High School Gohan, since the damage reduction stacked on damage reduction just makes him invincible regardless. So it's very, very helpful. So let me show you guys the recorded run here. So the run starts mid-battle here because I was just trying to find like a really good run. And this is what I considered a good run. We no-itemed the STR phase, which is the 3rd phase. And we're jumping into the tech phase with all of our items here. Turn 7. And yeah, we're using our very first item here. With 2 AGLs on board, we need to have as much potential to tank. And Gotenks here getting the 11 key is very, very good. Now, of course, that is so much extra damage. Goku here just needs to dodge to proc his defense. I believe his defense wasn't procced at this point. And for the dodge. And then he will do mediocre damage at best. Turn 7 is what you expect from him, but Gotenks here carries in the damage 21 million. Was obviously hoping for a crit, but the normal was a crit, which kind of brought it back up. Gogeta here does a lot for the super attack. Just to remind you here, it's 2.3 million damage super with a 30% increase in attack. So Gotenks with the double damage reduction on his passive and then the item is very, very good. Makes us tank for double-digit damage. And the raise attack here, I think, could bypass the Dabura and Barbary if they take the normals. I think if they double super with the waist, maybe it is... Oh, with the lowering attack as well. Yeah, like what? It is actually quite insane how much damage you take there with a waist, a damage reduction item, and then double super, by the way. But we have a full damage reduction rotation. So that meant like we did not need to worry about anything here. Just trying to grab any sort of colored orbs in order to get our HP back up. We're not bringing any healing items. So Mr. Buu, Kid Buu are going to be very crucial for the healing. And of course, any sort of unit that has some high defense like Goku, actually the Super Easy A. Because you dodge and then you get that defense proc at the start of the turn. He actually, if you grab AGL orbs with him, he'll actually heal you up quite nicely. I think at this point, Kid Buu is now fully stacked up with that final hit. Oh no, he did not stack up at this point. Yeah, it's quite a nuisance to try and stack up with Kid Buu sometimes. But with the waist, we guarantee ourselves with that. It's just because the team actually outputs a lot of damage at the start. And I will say the first like 2-3 phases are quite fragile. They're only like sub 40 million HP each, which is... with type advantage, you can actually get through that really, really quickly. So it is because of those super easy A's. Then we have this rotation. Whis has been now finished. And I wasn't sure. I can't use another Whis, right? Because it would mean that we had nothing for the next phase. I just had to rely on the lowering attack that Mr. Buu did and Dabura to be able to tank, and I was just figuring out what I should be doing here. I decided to put Goku here in the first because he has a little bit of damage reduction and he's got the guard in the first slot. It lowers our damage output, but we got the Dokkan mode here. I just had to pray that he didn't super in the first slot, which he didn't. You can obviously put Gotenks first, but there was no 11 key potential, so that was the reason why. I just did it that way. Still, a 7 million dark mode will impact the health quite a bit, which is fine. As long as we survive, of course. And we got to rely on Gotenks to do the, hopefully, the remaining amount of damage here. He's got that built-in crit. Of course, Goku has some crit as well. But he only gets the additional super one time. And the second one was a normal, sadly. Remember, these are decent chances to crit. And yeah, that one did crit as well. Saving the active skill for the last phase, you need that extra defense. Because if you get that defense bonus after the active skill, so then the AoE becomes less of a threat. We did not kill with Gotenks, sadly. But Goku here, post-super, post-defense buff, hoping that he survives, and he does. The super comes in, but we dodge it, thankfully. And with that, the cooldown for this Gogeta here for the next super is 5 attacks. So there was real no way of dying here because there's only 4 attacks. I don't know if it counts the actual super attack, but it shouldn't. So the super attack should be in the second slot, or the third slot, and not in the first slot. And I'm hoping that Mr. Boo and Kid Boo will finish the job here, keeping them on rotation because it's just a nice rotation. With the Whis active, I mean, Kid Boo will tank that STR, any attacks, really. So now into the final phase here, the AoE phase. A very good rotation for Goku to use his active skill. You got the support from High School Gohan and then all of the Dokkan Super Saiyan 3 links with the Gotenks. It's probably the, other than like Kid Boo at the end, probably the best rotation to use the active skill. So everything worked out really nicely. This is a guaranteed critical. And we want to put the Gogeta, we want to put Super Saiyan 3 Goku, sorry, in the second slot for the most amount of damage output. Sadly, with High School Gohan, it does mean Gotenks will not be able to get the 11 key, but 83% dodge chance, we will take it, and we'll pray for the best outcome here. So we get the first dodge, and then the second dodge. We will super for 13 million. That would have been amazing if somehow magically we were able to get 11 key there, but it's just impossible with the Gohan support. No critical, but we did a half a bar, which is quite impressive. Goku with 12 million attacks there. Type advantage, we guarantee criticals, and potentially 4 super attacks will do a tremendous amount of damage here. So I'm hoping for the best RNG with this Goku. We get the third, and then we're just praying for the fourth to come through to be a super attack to make the most of the active skill. And we do get the fourth here, which is great stuff. Very, very great stuff. So that's a lot of extra damage. And essentially in just one turn here, we've almost taken out the Gogeta. They're not the tankiest. Only 70 million HP. Comparing it to the latest Supreme Battles, with the Universe Survival Saga, they have about 150 million HP. So there's a big difference here. It's just that there are 5 phases in this battle. So that's the biggest difference here. Of course, we will tank anything regardless on that Gohan, but he manages to dodge everything there. And then this rotation is quite nice as well. Other than the Goku, you know, not having his defense stack with the dodges. He has type advantage, and there is a Whis, and there is a support with him, so it's like, can't be too bad, right? If he gets to dodge here, I mean, it would have been perfect, but we didn't, so we take 50,000 damage, which is not that bad at the end of the day. We're lowering attack as well. We know that one of the AoEs is at the end for the Goku, so that's fine. He just only has to take 1 maybe serious hit, and that would be post-super stuff. Because the normal attack on him is 900,000. The AoE is 675k. Super attack is going to go earlier, though, onto Kid Boo. But with we stacked up, it doesn't do anything because we have 100% damage reduction. And the seal there is great. Like, the super attack positioning has been really good for us because he can seal us and then, you know, we'll miss out on a super attack, which would be very annoying. And so, yeah, now we are tanking double digits because of the lowering attack as well. And now for the final attack here. I decided to put Gotenks first. He has the damage reduction. He has 342k defense. He has dodge chance. And he could potentially finish it off. Goku doesn't have that much damage reduction. He has guard, but it's not going to... If we take a super attack, we're dead regardless. And I'd just rather bank it with the dodge here. Luckily, there was no super attack, so we're starting it off with a 21 million damage super. And it's going to crit, and it's going to finish off the job. And that is the whole entire run right there. So, I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. It means we only have one more, which is a Beast Gohan. And I think I'm able to do it with some really good RNG, so wish me luck. If you guys did enjoy today's video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel with the notification bell on. I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, stay healthy, stay safe, stay fizzy. Peace.